racetrack, the fun times, late night at the racetrack, Saturday night, singing karaoke with Tim Nye and Brad Roberts, and cutting up and having a few drinks and just enjoying life, enjoying the dirt track life, and having you be a part of it as well. And continued success, my friend, throughout the rest of 2019, and I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. It was a good time.
It definitely was. It definitely was. Well, good luck to you and your dad getting that tranny back on the hauler. Get back to Myrtle Beach. Get you a good, nice, decent, warm, hot meal than eating fast food and restaurants, and get you a nice hot shower. Lay in your own comfy bed at home, because nothing compares to laying in your own bed at home, and get packed up and get ready to go back on that road again. And good luck this weekend with the USCS in North Carolina and South Carolina.
Okay, thank you.
Conno Leffler, the natural, 14 years old, from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, getting his thoughts about the big, big win over the weekend in Florida.
This is Finish Line.
When we come back, we join Lee Pulliam. He's our final guest on Finish Line. We'll be right back on Fox Sports Radio, Community Radio Network, iHeartRadio, Tuned In Radio, and iTunes apps. And the archives are also available too.
All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service, with race wraps starting at only $500. From go-karts to national touring teams and everything in between. Late models, modifieds, sprint cars, midgets, asphalt cars, and we'll even decal your helmets. Wraps, design services, and promotions. Everything we offer at All About Wraps. Contact us today to see what we can do for your team. Give us a call, 410-903-3302. Email us at allaboutraps@hotmail.com and visit us on Facebook at All About Wraps.
CrateInsider.com is your one source for crate racing tech and more. Whether you currently race with a crate engine or you are thinking about getting into the sport, our website has what you need. CrateInsider.com has tech videos, interviews with experts, and the best products in the industry. Dyno tested and proven, so we know they are the best products for crate engines. Visit CrateInsider.com today to get on the fast track to victory lane.
This is Chris Nunn from the Sling and Dirt Podcast and the announcer at Twin Cities Raceway Park in North Vernon, Indiana. And you're listening to The Finish Line with the hashtag king himself, Wesley Outland.
This is Finish Line.
Hey, welcome back to the program. We have got one more guest lined up to go, and he will be joining us here in just a few moments. We've had Harli White on. We've had on Brett Hamm. Awesome interview with the young kid of Conno Leffler. And now we will get ready to go to Alton, Virginia, and we will speak to the driver for and the man behind the Lee Pulliam Motorsports. Man, all the great successes, all the great things that this man has done, from being a four-time NASCAR winning All-American Series national champion to all of the other cool accolades he's done along the way. They prepare to embark on one of the biggest history-making events in the Southeast, a 30,000-win late model stock event with the Cars Tour. Good luck to Chris Regal, Jack McNeely, Tommy Stevens, and everybody behind that program. Joining us on the program, four-time NASCAR winning All-American Series national champion. I think I'm repeating myself. I've already said that. What, three-time Martinsville NASCAR late model Valley Star Credit Union 300 winner, and so many other great accolades as well. From Alton, Virginia, driver of car number 1 of Lee Pulliam for Lee Pulliam Motorsports. Lee, welcome to Finish Line. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing today, Wes?
So I know you're in the news of all the things that had happened over the weekend at South Boston between Forrest and all the things that went down. We're not going to talk about that because, bottom line, NASCAR threw down the penalty yesterday afternoon. Justice is served, if you want to call it that. You've been behind the 8 ball of those kinds of things and controversial before, but I just want to talk about all of the positives that you've got going on in your racing career, with being a champion, with now being a car owner, a race car man behind a driver development program, and yourself running for the South Boston Speedway Late Model Stock Championship and preparing for Orange County's 30,000 win race this weekend. Go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, we've had a great start of the year and a great program that we've built too. And, I'm really proud of all of our drivers. We've got a very strong list of drivers here at the shop and feel like a lot of wins are going to come our way this year. So pretty excited about the weekend. Got Brandon Pierce running, Corey Hamm running, and myself. And, I feel like we got 3 cars that could go to victory lane on Sunday.
And you've got 3 talented drivers at that. I mean, Corey Hamm has got awesome credentials. You yourself has got some damn phenomenal credentials in the late model stock and the racing industry. And then, of course, Brandon Pierce. I mean, this young kid, and I know you helped track him down for me after the Cars opener at Southern National a few weeks ago. We had Brandon Pierce on finish line. And then I finally put 2 and 2 together, and I remember the King of the Concrete, and I remember go-kart racing. I'm like, that's the kid. That's the guy. And you've got some great talented drivers that have built their legacy. You've stepped away. I mean, I know you're still racing from time to time, but what was the mindset of, I'm going to step away from being a full-time race car driver now, and I'm going to take Lee Pulliam Motorsports to another level?
I just surrounded ourselves with some good people. And for me, I got a little girl now, and that's the number one goal of my life is, bringing her up and spending time with her. So I try to, a lot of times when you race every weekend, you kind of drain yourself mentally and physically.
Right.
And then you're not 100% there with them on Sundays and stuff. And to me, that's our day, that's our family day. And that's when we just do stuff together. And, she only going to be little one time. So she's turning 3 in the summer. And, that's, like I said, that's my world. So, and I enjoy, I really enjoy working on these cars and building them and crew chiefing them. And very lucky to have some very talented drivers. You're right. Corey and Brandon both do a great job. And I still love to race, so I'm racing a little bit, just enough to get the itch out and just having a good time.
Is that one of the reasons, Lee, that we never really saw Lee Pulliam run full-time in NASCAR, or to try to go for the Xfinity Series or the Gander Outdoor Truck Series or even the Monster Energy Cup Series, because you just love being a family man and you love trying to be at home as much as you can? You just don't like the traveling life? What's the reason that Lee Pulliam never made it to Sunday afternoons?
I think every driver down here dreams of racing on, being a cup driver and being able to do something like that for a living and make a really good living at doing it and doing something you love, and, just for me, it just never worked out, just financially mostly. I had an opportunity there with Hattori Racing a few years ago, and we were leading the points when we wrecked at Bristol, and kind of ended that opportunity. A lap car spun in front of me, and, just was a bad day, so kind of ended that opportunity, and it was going great up until then. And, just very tough sport, it costs a lot of money to race these cars. It costs a lot of money to race late model stuff. And, just financially, we wasn't going to tie up everything we had trying to make that next leap when, it's just so much risk and involved in that.
One of the big talks of racing lately for late models, super late models, is the new late model bodies that have been debuted or came out with. Lee Pulliam, what's your thoughts of them? I mean, do you think that we should advance and go into the newer technology of the newer bodies, or do you think, well, damn it all, if everything's working like it's been, why rock the boat? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, 5-star bodies have been second to no one to me throughout my career, and they've been a big supporter of me since the very beginning. So,
gotcha.
This is a move. For 5-star, I feel like it's a move that's needed to kind of get relevant with the fans. But I would like to see them implemented in the off season. I hear some talk that are going to it in the middle of the year, and I don't think that's the best idea because, all of us guys got so many cars, it'd be about impossible to put bodies on the middle of the season. But I am a big supporter of it. I think that's stay relevant, especially with the fan group coming up now. They want the cars to look similar to the cars they can buy off the showroom. And, it's not the first time a body's been changed. It's
right.
The bodies, there's evolution over the last 30, 40 years, or even more than that. It's just a step you got to keep up with. But it needs to be implemented with like a timeline that.
So that's how you feel about it. So basically, gotcha. So that's how you feel about it, Lee. It's basically you're for the new bodies, you're for the adaptation of time and the new change, but you disagree with the time of the year that they're doing it. You think it does not need to be done mid-season. You need to wait until the end of the fiscal racing season and maybe bring it back before the start of 2020. If you were the guy behind 5-star bodies, that's the way you would have done it.
That's what I'd be looking for as far as NASCAR stuff. NASCAR makes the ultimate decision on if that body's going to be allowed or what, or the timeline.
Right.
Like I said, I think it's time for it, but it's just tough for a guy when, we keep up. We got 7 cars to race out of the shop, so you can't put bodies on 7 cars in the middle of the year and race every week like we have to. So just time-wise, I think it would just be better for everyone if we all got on the same page, when last race is over in 2019. When we come back in 2020, we're all going to be on these new bodies.
Definitely.
And I just think it'd be a lot easier.
Definitely. We're talking with 4-time NASCAR Whelen All-American Series national champion, 3-time NASCAR Martinsville winner of the late models, and, of course, so many other great successes from Southern National, Myrtle Beach, Cars, all the great races you've ran. Lee Pulliam from out in Virginia. Lee, this weekend is probably going to be one of the biggest, prestigious, marquee late model stock events in the Southeast or the Mid-Atlantic. $30,000 to win at Orange County Speedway with the Cars Tour. What's your thoughts going into the race this weekend? And you're on the entry list as well as your other teams are, like you said. And, of course, having the event at a place like historic Orange County Speedway, is there any other track that could fit the fold of where we're going to see such a great race this Sunday afternoon?
I think it's going to be an awesome facility to hold an event like that at. Orange County's got multiple grooves, and, I feel like I told you earlier, I feel like we've got a shot to win with all 3 cars. So, nothing would be bigger than to have any of our cars in victory lane. I'm going to be trying hard to go there myself, but I'll be pretty ecstatic if a LPP car ends up winning it. That's for sure.
Dennis Bold says in the comment box, I like the new bodies. Cost aside, I believe they will bring fans to the track. So, again, yeah, definitely. I mean, I kind of agree with what Dennis said, what you said, Lee. You got to try to make a way to adapt to our fan base today. We got to relate to them. We got to make them. It's like the old cliche goes back in the day. What you race on Sunday, you buy on Monday, and we got to try to get back to that philosophy again if we're going to try any way to save our entity of the motorsports world.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Definitely.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying I agree wholeheartedly. I feel like it's, definitely a step in the right direction because the fan base is changing, and it's tough to attract. It's so many things these kids can do these days. So anything we can do to help lure people into racing and, make it feel relevant to the Mustangs that they're driving or the Camaros they're driving down the road or whatever it is, we just need to, do everything we can to help these tracks survive. It's tough as a racer. It's really tough to survive as a racer, much less a racetrack. And, we can't race without tracks and they can't race without racers. So we just all need to work together on it.
That's exactly right. Lee, was there ever a time that you could imagine? I mean, I look at the success, and again, the trials and tribulations you've gone through. There was a time where you had a temper. I'm not trying to bring up anything bad from the past. You had a temper. You spoke your mind. You retaliated. You had to be set down by NASCAR. You had to get punished. You had to go through that 1-year suspension. You learned your lesson from it. And I think you adapted as a better driver from that. To what you did in the 1 car to what you did in the 5 car with Kiker Motorsports and still being involved with them. Was there ever a time back in the day where you're like, we're going to have a 3-car operation. We're going to have 7 cars in our race shop. And I'm going to be mentoring and trying to give knowledge to young up-and-coming drivers to help them with their legacies and their careers and aspirations in motorsports. Was that something that was something that was blueprinted when you